Alright. Lumos! Whoa!
Next!
Damn it! Lumos! Oh!
No!
No!
What the
Whoa.
F? WTF?
Welcome to episode 2 of Whiskey Talk Forum.
Happy Halloween!
Alright, what's your costume?
I'm Grease Lightning.
What are you? I'm a Hogwarts student. Can you guess what house?
Hufflepuff. Obviously.
I'm glad you said that because I got Hufflepuff socks.
Nice! Called it. Oh man.
Well, no, I'm wearing Ravenclaw robes. You can't see the blue?
Now that I see the blue, you're right. Yeah.
That would do. Welcome back, guys.
Are you casting spells on me?
Speako.
Welcome back to this podcast where we talk about whiskey
Drink some whiskey.
and talk about other stuff.
And that's pretty much there is to it. Let's introduce our whiskey for this month. Accio Whiskey. Woo!
Oh yeah. We got the Glenrothes Bourbon Cask Reserve. It's gonna be delicious. Why
hope so.
Glenrothes?
Interesting story. Glenrothes here has a very interesting haunted history. But we'll get into that a little bit. Let's crack open our whiskey.
By all means. My Hufflepuff friend.
I actually got placed into both.
Oh, okay.
During separate selection processes?
Sortings.
Sortings. There you go.
I'm the bigger Harry Potter fan.
Clearly.
Always.
Woo! Woo! Alright, that already smells fantastic.
Okay.
Okay, so, as always, we're going to start off the episode with the nosing and tasting process of our whiskey. So, well, let me pour you a glass of this.
Thank you.
Oh, you know what I recently learned?
What's that?
Is that if you fill this properly, right? So the reason this glass is designed like this, so like if you knock it over, you can roll it around and your whiskey doesn't spill.
Whoa!
Right?
That's amazing.
Yeah. So you know how much to fill because you basically go to like the bottom of that. Yeah. Oh my god. Well, I mean, if it rolls too much, then.
That's amazing.
But yeah, like.
Whoa.
If you happen to knock over your glass of whiskey, hey, look, you didn't spill a single drop.
That's fantastic. Wow.
Unlike, my pouring process. Cool. Fun fact.
That was amazing. I learned something new today.
All right.
Whoa.
So let's take a moment to think about this and.
Wow. The more I smell this, the better it gets. I'm ready.
You want to go first?
Yes.
Okay.
Nose.
Hit me with it.
I'm feeling honey, chamomile fields, juniper, hearth, or hearth, depending on where you're from, floral cornucopia, a hint of lemon.
Off of what? Like fireplace?
Yeah.
Oh.
And sugarcane. How about you?
I got caramel, vanilla, butter, cinnamon, but butter's like more like brown butter, like when you like had it like going on the skillet for a while. Orange and toffee.
Oh, toffee's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really. Well, I guess the flowers makes. I really can't place different smells of flowers.
You gotta get more bouquets in your life.
Yeah, you have quite a few flowers on this place. If our place was left to my decorating seals, there'd be no plant life at all.
No, you would definitely have herbs and things that are practical to grow.
In the garden.
Oh.
Not inside the house.
Okay.
But I was also the only third grader in my class who never got their pea shoot to grow. Like their pea plant. You guys ever did that where you put the seed in the paper towel and it's just supposed to sprout. Mine never did.
I never did this.
Probably, but for the best. Different from last time, we got some feedback from you guys. We think that we best if we do the nosing and tasting first, and then we will go to the expert notes so that we are not influenced in our tasting notes by what we learned during the expert review of the nosing. Cheers to you. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Man, this is a little brutal.
Brutal?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to add water to mine.
Like, I don't know if I'm just influenced because this bottle, unlike our other ones, they actually have some of their characteristics written on the bottle.
Yeah.
I think because of that, partially influenced by it. I only got like 3 notes for this.
This is a little brutal. You're first.
Alright, I got burnt sugar.
Okay.
Very sweet, right? Like
Yeah.
Very, very sweet. But it's
Yeah.
also like someone just left it on the stove a little too long.
You're gonna
Does that
love my
make
tasting note. Absolutely agree. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's perfumey in taste. Like how you would imagine perfume would taste if you... Or like if you ever like just sprayed cologne or
An
whatever
Aqua di Gio.
and then inhaled it through your mouth.
Yeah.
Kind of a little bit of that.
Yeah.
And this one might be influenced by the note written on the actual bottle itself. I do taste some toasted coconut.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Alright, what you got?
I got bitter melon. I don't know why.
Okay.
I have the tip of a creme brulee, which is burnt sugar. Thank you for that. I couldn't think of it, but that's exactly what I wrote. The tip of
Wait. Hold on.
the tip of a creme brulee.
Do creme brulees have tips?
Yeah.
It's a circular dish!
It's an infinite amount of straight lines. That's how you make a circle.
Mathematically, yes. But there's no tip.
The tip of the creme brulee.
Find me the tip of like a circle.
So, if it's two-dimensional, sure, right? But it has volume. So I'm talking about the tip, the top. The top of the creme
top.
brulee.
You said the tip.
Alright. The other one's walnut. I got some kind of sour. I don't know from what. Like some sour notes. And yeah, it made my mouth a little bit numb.
Perfumey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like my mouth goes numb when I accidentally inhale my cologne too.
Do you spray it and then walk through it with your mouth open?
I did when I was like 12.
That's one strategy to put cologne on. Just walk through it.
I just did what you taught me back in high school. It's like spray.
Oh
and then-
yeah. Dab it. I'll cheers. I'll cheers to that.
Cheers.
WTF.
WTF. It's not bad.
It's not Lagavulin.
It's not Lagavulin.
Yeah.
Also, it doesn't cost as much as Lagavulin.
Yeah, how much
So,
does it cost?
I picked up this bottle for $39.99 in our area. It's a lot cheaper than the 2 previous ones that we reviewed in the last episode. If you didn't see it, go check our previous videos. For $40 bottles, it's not bad. It's also a lot smaller. Let me see. Like, this is actually 750 mils. This is the
just
same
shape.
volume.
Yeah.
Math, guys. This is the same volume. But if you ask like a child, actually they might tell you it's the same. Maybe we're just...
Yeah, I think children are like deceptively clever.
We just get dumber.
We
as get
overthink
older.
things. Oh yeah, definitely.
So should we add a bit of water?
Absolutely.
See if-
I think this would be much better with water.
Okay.
It's a little too strong at whatever it is currently.
So,
You don't like the Kirkland?
huh? Yo, Costco, sponsor us.
That would be amazing. I would retire tomorrow.
If Costco sponsored us?
Hell yeah.
They only sponsor one episode?
I think they would sponsor a season.
Oh. You're doing the same thing here. You squirrel, I just let it bloom.
Oh yeah. What the F?
WTF. I do taste bitter melon now that, or like something bitter.
Yeah.
That you can. Could just be the taste of ethanol.
Yeah.
Not sure I have any notes to add to that.
Oh, for the finish? No.
Yeah.
Not at all. Finish is weak.
Yeah. Finish, I think, is overly sweet.
Mm.
And because of that, immediately when you remove that flavor, I think that's where you're getting the sour from. Because in complete absence of that sugar or that sweet taste, your tongue is now like, I can't taste it. So it's kind of like filling in that gap by telling you that you're now, the acidic environment of your mouth tastes sour.
But that has to be due to the alcohol, right? Because like if I eat a super sweet donut, I don't feel sour afterwards.
Oh, sometimes I do. Like,
Really?
Like if you eat something like super sugary, like afterwards your mouth kind of have like that kind of like dry, sour feel to it. Like I wouldn't say taste. I think you're just tasting what the inside of your mouth actually tastes like.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
It's probably not good.
Passable whiskey.
It's definitely not rating neat on my scale.
No, not yet. Speaking of whiskey scales, right? So I need my wand again. So wand. All right. Last time we did review these two whiskeys and we put them on
This is
board.
my wand.
Yeah. But we put both of these whiskeys on our ranking board. So right now there's only 2 on there, but let's see the board. Okay, so Accio whiskey board. Whoa! We're both in agreement. Lagavulin 16
Is the best whiskey in the world.
of the 2 we reviewed so far.
Yeah.
And then Lafroig Select, obviously second, because we've only done 2. But this one, hopefully by next episode, we'll have it somewhere up here on this board.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We got a Portina in glass. Tina Lou,
Yes.
you want some Glenrothes?
Yes.
Alright.
Accio! Woo! My magic's getting better.
That was smooth.
Our assistant needs some whiskey. That's alright, guys. The budget has increased. We have an assistant.
If you'd like to interview for another position we have open, send an inquiry to our Gmail or Twitter.
I don't know the repulsive.
Whiskey Talk Forum. It's Reposo.
Repulsive.
That was some Ron Weasley stuff right there. Ooh, I could have been a wizard from a rivaling castle university.
Hey, they did have the Bulgarians. Victor Krum right here, ladies and gentlemen.
This is our uniform in the castle. Okay. I'm drinking some more. You ready for round 2?
Next, let's put these on ice, and then we'll talk a little bit about the distillery and the whiskey. So, I have a large cube of ice, and you have a sphere of ice.
Yes.
Coleman, find me the tip of that sphere of ice.
Right there. Do you see? Do you see? Do you see the tip? It has a tip. Reverse trolled.
Hey. Now let's revise that. Coleman, find me the tip of that ice. Okay, third down on our WTF scale is ice. Have a bit of this Glenrothes on ice.
Terrible.
I kind of like it on ice.
Are you serious?
I don't know what that says about this whiskey that I need ice for it.
I just don't like whiskey and ice. I don't know what it is. It immediately puts daggers into my tongue.
Daggers?
Yeah, it's like
Like,
ugh.
daggers of ice?
Yeah.
Like icicles?
Is an icicle a stalactite?
No, stalactites are made of minerals.
No, but the shape though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go to the experts. Glenrothes Bourbon Cask Reserve, reviewed by the experts on various websites. For the nose, freshly baked bread with butter. Hey, we got butter.
You did.
There you go.
Nice.
Almonds, coconut, and a little white chocolate. Fresh, floral, American oak, and vanilla.
Yeah, they
You
missed
got the floral part.
Yeah.
I got butter. I mean, they told us it was coconut, so that's kind of cheating
Yeah.
on our part. What do they say about the taste there?
You ready for this? White pepper, cinnamon, blackberry, vanilla, soft mellow, creme brulee, just the tip, and berry fruits.
Wow, it actually says creme brulee.
Wow, nice. Just the tip.
It didn't say just a tip.
It's a parentheses. Yeah, no, this is not ice for me. Oh,
I mean, is anything ever going to be an ice for you? Is there a whiskey you would drink on ice? Off the top of your head.
Jack Daniels.
I mean, I assumed it was Daniels. I don't know what else you were going to say with Jack.
Gentleman Jack.
Still made by Jack Daniels.
Yeah, true. Jack Bean.
Jim Beam?
You know
they own Lafroig.
No.
Yeah, Jim Beam.
What?
Jim Beam's.
I thought, what is it? Diego owns everything in Scotland.
I don't know, but Jim Beam. Because remember, we saw all those Jim Beam whiskey barrels in in the Lafroig vault.
Huh. Yeah. Interesting. I thought they were just friends.
Of Lafroig.
Yeah. This is let's move to the next thing.
Okay, now I'm just tasting ice. Why do we even have this step in it?
I don't know. You wanted it, so I agreed to it.
Like, is this better than cocktails?
No.
Should we revise?
I think we might have to revise the scale.
Like, cocktails better.
Oh, I know why we did that. Because here you're still not really...
Here you're still tasting the whiskey.
Yeah. Once you mix other things in, it's not really whiskey anymore. It's just cranberry juice.
We're not making cranberry juice.
Just an example. If you like whiskey and cran, like our friend Euro dies for them.
No, what did he say? You gotta put lemon juice, sugar into the cranberry juice, and then add it to your whiskey.
Yeah, he's fancy with his whiskey crayons.
I don't think that should be a thing.
No. Oh, man.
Alright. Yeah, so.
But I can see your point. You still want to keep some of the taste, but you lose it. Because the ice, for some reason, makes me taste nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I'm already losing everything I like about the whiskey with that third scale, then might as well put it in a cocktail.
Let's make a cocktail.
I'm down. Let's do it. Oh, careful where you put that thing.
Look, I'm just wearing muggle clothing under this.
Yeah, you're real casual. You should strip down halfway through the podcast and be sexy.
Well, it says Accio Coffee on it.
Oh, true.
Look, I even have the spell engraved on my shirt.
Accio. Or is it Asio?
First 3 rounds wasn't really a hit.
Not at all.
So, neat. It's okay. Water.
Better.
It's okay. It's better with the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably better. With ice, Mom doesn't like ice.
Not at all.
Let's make a cocktail.
Okay, so what are we making?
Some form of a mule.
Okay, what's a mule?
Just ginger beer and alcohol, as far as I'm concerned. I like mint, so I summoned some mint.
All right.
And you like mint.
I love mint.
You need a tamper for the mint.
Oh. I got you.
Oh, okay. All right. So let's get a couple of mint leaves in.
Okay.
How much mint you want?
I want a whole mint.
Just one whole mint.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I need way more
whole
than that.
mint.
Give me way more. We need to do more mint stuff in the summertime.
Hey,
We're really missing out.
we only started this podcast last month.
True. More to come, everyone.
Out of this thing. Pour a decent measure of whiskey in.
Okay.
1 Glencairn's worth. Super scientific there.
Thank you.
Some ice. And a ginger beer. So, I didn't bring out a bottle opener. What are you
I
hiding?
got you.
Is that
My
a
lucky
goat?
goat's foot.
Did you kill a goat for this episode?
No comment.
Probably shouldn't ask.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Oh my god, freaking Bulgarians.
I love this drink. So why are we drinking in these copper mugs?
One, whiskey is made in a copper still. So I feel like that's just, good symmetry right there.
Totally agree with that. I think it keeps the cold better than glass.
Does it?
Yeah. Something about physics.
It's just pretty. Guys, we're getting fancier with the cocktails.
This
Like, we
is
actually
great.
put some thought into this.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I can't even taste the whiskey.
One more whiskey?
Yeah.
2 Glencairns worth.
Can you taste the whiskey?
Plenty of mint.
Yeah.
Plenty of ginger.
Now we have plenty of whiskey.
Plenty of whiskey.
Oh yeah. Now it's smelling good.
I also like to eat the mint leaves out of my cocktail.
Oh yeah. This is good. Now it has a little bit, like it feels like it's accentuated with the whiskey. You know?
Mhm.
It's very different from a vodka mule.
Of the 4 iterations so far, I think this is best served
Yeah.
as a mule. I've always wondered why it's called a mule. What's going on, Moscow?
Yeah,
Why is it a mule?
Something with Russians. Our Russian viewers, please let us know.
Yeah. Did this even originate in Russia?
We gotta ask Anton.
Anton, let us know, please. This is a delicious drink. Love it. I don't know why I'm still twirling this wand.
Oh!
Avada Kedavra.
I'm kicking him off the podcast. Trying to kill me. Thankfully, he sucks at magic.
I have performance issues.
I don't know if that's gonna get you a passing grade on the test.
I'm glad I'm not in school anymore.
No more degrees left.
PhD and done. It's just PH done. I feel like we should touch upon a little history of this distillery. I mean, it's quite an old distillery.
How old?
It was founded in 1878.
So it was 2018. So quick maths. 141?
141 years.
That's crazy. How does that compare to my favorite? 1816? Oh, okay. I still beat it. Cool.
Wouldn't you still beat it?
I mean, I'm Team Lagavulin. Are you Team Lagavulin?
I mean, yeah, I like Lagavulin.
Lagavulin's the best because it's older.
It's not my favorite distillery.
Yeah, I know.
It's founded by this guy named John Stewart.
Okay.
Yeah, not the host of that night show you were thinking.
That's what I was thinking. Like, that's amazing.
Yo, that man looks good for his age, right? This guy, John Stewart, he was born in the town of Roth? I'm still not sure if I'm saying this name right, but
Roth.
you guys already know, I'm just absolutely at pronunciation. He wanted to open a distillery in his hometown because he had a great passion for whiskey and he knew that it could bring in a lot of work to the town. And the special thing that the distillery of Glenrothes and just a few other ones, not many whiskey distilleries or Scotch distilleries do this, is that he collaborated with the woodworkers, the coopers in town, so that all of the barrels were made by local coopers. So everything was handled in the town of Roths from beginning to end.
Wow. And they still have a cooperage, right?
Yeah, they still have a working cooperage in their distillery to this day.
That's amazing.
So it's good on him for looking out for his town people and looking out for the well-being of his neighbors. But the distillery did hit like a bit of an issue a little bit down the line. They almost completely had to shut down. Except this guy came along and his name was Reverend William Sharp. He's not the nicest guy. Like, he was known by reputation for being very sharp with his tongue, but he was very persuasive. So he found out that the distillery was going to go down and a lot of people in town were going to lose their only means of making money. And so he went out and he was able to raise 600 pounds to keep the distillery running.
This had to have been a long time ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, 600 British pounds is like 800 something US dollars today.
Who knows with Brexit?
We're not even going to touch that dead horse. They're moving forward with a deal.
Are you serious?
Of some sorts, yeah.
They've been saying that for a while. It's just gonna get shot down.
No, like they.
Oh, they all. Agree?
They're very hopeful that this deal will go through, I think, and then it will also leave room for extensions. So they'll basically give Great Britain a year to completely transition out of the EU, or it'll give the UK a year with the possible extension to extend it another year. Well, like at this point, just stay in the EU.
Well, yeah, wasn't there a vote to reverse the vote to leave as well? That's another option that they can take.
Yeah, I have no idea.
And I think people are like, yeah, let's just vote to not leave.
Man, I'm barely keeping up with the hecticness of our own government.
Oh, man.
Like,
yeah, ours is a little sad.
Sad indeed. But yeah, so this Reverend William Sharp kept the distillery running, still running to this day. So it's a landmark within the Speyside region of Scotland, which We didn't mention that, but this is a Speyside Scotch, different from our previous two, which were Islay Scotch.
Yeah.
So
Traversing
different
our
region.
way.
Yep. I don't know. This type of whiskey lends itself to making a very nice light cocktail.
This is delicious. This is
Yeah.
this is where I put it on the scale.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cocktail.
definitely.
Well, we haven't gone through rail drinking shots and I don't
What
know.
does
if we-
rail drink for this entail?
I don't know. Mix it with Coke.
Oh yeah. I'm sure it'd be good in Coke.
Yeah, probably. There was a reason why we chose this particular distillery, at least. We didn't know that this was the bottle we were going to get from them, but we did choose this distillery. Why, Coleman?
So there's a really famous ghost story that revolves around the Glenrothes distillery.
So this distillery is haunted.
Yes. Well, it was haunted.
Was haunted.
Yeah.
The ghost left? I kind of want to
I can't tell you the ending before I get into the beginning.
Alright. What's the name of the ghost that's haunting this distillery?
It was the name of a gentleman that worked there named Byway Makalago.
Are you sure you're pronouncing that right?
Yes.
I mean, I'm not one to judge. I can't pronounce it. So.
There was a gentleman called James Grant, Major James Grant,
Okay.
and on an expedition to Africa, he saved a boy from a village there in Zimbabwe called Byway Makalago. Brought him back to be his busboy and then later butler. And what ended up
So
happening...
you just kidnapped this boy?
That, I don't know. I don't know the details. Rescued. And so he brought him back. He was working at the distillery. Ended up outliving Grant by 40 years until his peaceful death in 1978.
This distillery?
Yes. He worked there. He was an avid football fan. He even had tickets for life honorarily. And he got free tea at every halftime. That's a big honor.
Oh, that's the life
Yeah.
right there.
So Byway passed away. A few years later, in the evening, there were reports and actually complaints of a dark spirit type thing going around the halls of the distillery.
Mm-hmm.
And it had a very specific beard that looked exactly like Byway's. So people were like, it's haunted. And so that's why we're doing the Glenrothes for Halloween, because it's an actual ghost story. And people were freaking out. They had to call in a paranormal investigator to look into the matter. Okay, we got an expert.
Wait, this is like those ghost hunter guys on the Discovery Channel?
Yes.
Not Discovery, was it Travel Channel?
Probably, or
Oh my
sci-fi
God.
or something.
They're just so stupid. They're just like, with the night light, they're like, oh my god, you hear that? And it's like probably like a little rat in the corner.
Yeah, but if you have a ghost, who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters! We should have dressed up as Ghostbusters!
Next Halloween.
Expecto Patronum!
They called the Ghostbuster, or the paranormal investigator. He ends up not finding Byway at the distillery, so he's like, I have to track him down at the grave. Goes to the grave under a full moon during Halloween. So goes, talks to Byway at his grave. They settle the matter amicably, and he doesn't haunt the distillery anymore. And that's the end of it. So it used to be haunted for quite a bit of time.
You think they give like ghost tours there during this time of year?
I'm sure.
The bottle I actually wanted to get from this distillery, they have a special Halloween bottle. It's a 13-year Glenrothes.
Ooh.
Which is unique too, because previously Glenrothes didn't sell by age. Like they didn't label their bottles like a 12-year, 10-year, 18, whatever.
Which is standard, right? With
which is standard
Yeah.
with a lot of Scotch whiskies nowadays. But they sold by vintages. So you had like the 1998 vintage, the 1985 vintage. And so those would be whiskeys from barrels that were cast in that year. So that when they ran out, that vintage was like gone forever.
Wow.
So in a way it made it more rare now, because if you go look now, like Lafroig, you can find Lafroig 10. You assume just all the Lafroig 10s would be the same, but they're not. Year to year, there might be minor differences, especially with like the whiskey master distiller mixing it. Some might prefer this type of flavor over the other. I'm not sure.
Well, okay, I'm still a little confused about this vintage concept. So a 10-year, you bottle it this year, right?
And you cask it.
Or sorry,
like
cask.
it's-
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you cask it in this year in 2029. you can start selling it. You bottle it and you start selling it as a 10-year, right?
Yeah.
As a vintage, though, how many years must go by before you can sell your vintage?
It doesn't matter. So
interesting.
Glenrothes.
It does matter because you have to age it.
Yeah, Glenrothes' philosophy when John Stewart first came up with the distillery idea and he was building it was that he wanted the whiskey to be aged as long as is necessary for it to reach what he considers perfection of flavor.
Okay.
And not a minute sooner. So that's why he didn't believe in years. He was like a barrel could reach its ideal taste in 4 years.
Yeah,
versus
maybe.
another one would reach in 18 years or something like that. So the reason I was cracking up before is earlier when I was like getting rid of ghosts or something, I yelled I expected Patronum. I just thought I had like a very funny thought. Think about how Harry Potter learned the Patronus charm, right? It's to ward off the Dementors.
Yes.
So how does the magic work for that?
Happiness.
Yeah. So you think of a happy thought, you let that thought well up within you,
Yes.
and then you yell the spell, and white celery stuff shoot out the end of your wand tip.
I don't know what you're insinuating right now, but I dare say it's dirty.
And that's all we're gonna say now. So drink. Yeah, we'll let the audience think about it for a little bit.
He was orgasming.
Thank you. I get it. What wards off the mentors?
Orgasms.
Happy thoughts, guys. Happy thoughts.
Oh man, the happiest. I don't think you should have a wand. You dirty.
Even if you take this way, I still have a wand.
Wow, this
You know
is
this
delicious. Oh yeah, which one did you get?
This is Sirius Black's wand.
Why did you get Sirius Black's wand?
He's like the
Is he your
coolest.
favorite character?
He's probably one of the best
Wow.
characters.
He was a dick most of the series, and then he was a hero.
What do you mean he was a dick?
Are you kidding me? He was a dick. He's
He
like
was a dog.
He's that. Oh, I was thinking about Snape. Sirius Black
Actually-
was great.
Sirius Black is great.
Yeah.
And, you know, since he's dead, he didn't need his wand anymore, so I took it.
Did he? He like fell through that mirror, right? I
Yeah.
always wondered what happened. I wish they like expanded upon that.
But you left his wand behind, so.
Yeah.
Actually.
You got it.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, it's hard to see, but it's like really cool runes
Yeah.
on here.
It's not like what I expect from a wand. Like a lot of the wands are pretty basic. This one's kind of intense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he had a lot of time in Azkaban to like etch some runes.
Oh.
I don't know.
That's a good backstory. You should fanfic.
Hey, just wait for it. WTF fanfic.
Ooh, that would be great. They're gonna write about us. Oh man, freaking amazing.
Okay.
I love this cocktail.
But
I would give up whiskey for this cocktail.
we covered the haunted story of Glenrothes.
Yes.
But did you know that Halloween originated from the Celtic areas?
No,
like Ireland,
I don't
Scotland?
believe that. Are you serious?
Yeah.
What's the story behind that?
Historical records show that Halloween came from the pagan holiday of Samhain.
So what?
I might be pronouncing that wrong.
No, that sounded good.
Samhain?
So what?
Are you gonna say that every time I see Samhain?
So what?
But Samhain,
So what?
this pagan holiday, was to denote the end of summer and the beginning of the darker months.
The dead months.
Yeah, the dead months. The original holiday actually was on the 31st of October, or
Wow.
roughly right around there on the Celtic calendar. It was deemed also the day that the boundary between our world and the afterlife was the thinnest. So therefore, you could have more connections or communication with people who passed on the night of Samhain.
So what?
A lot of the Halloween traditions actually came from that. Let's just take the idea of people going around in costumes at all. Like, I mean, now I'm dressed as a Hogwarts student, and you're
Grease lightning.
John Travolta. But this came from the Scottish youth who would dress as mummers and guises in an effort to ward off evil spirits during Halloween. So they thought of they dress like the spirits themselves, or like they dress scarier than the spirits, and then they could ward them off.
Wow.
Scare them away. And then eventually that devolved into them just going out night on the town dressed as this and threatening to defame people's houses if they didn't welcome them in or give them some sort of treats or whatever. So, or trick or treat.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's where trick or treat came from?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
There's all used to be like this kind of biscuit, so in British terms that's like a cookie or something that would be handed out to these mummers and geysers.
Wow.
And and they would carry as their lantern carved with these grotesque faces on it to ward off the evil spirits of the night, so that they can safely traverse, from house to house. They carried around these lanterns that became the jack-o'-lanterns. But in Scottish tradition, or like way back when, they made them out of turnips instead of pumpkins.
The hell is a turnip?
It's like a little root vegetable. But
Can you put a candle in it?
apparently, yeah, you can, because they had to light it somehow. So they carved out the faces. They put a candle in it. They lit it, and they walked around with this thing, and boom,
Turnips. Turn up.
turn up.
Nice.
This won't ward off the spirits, but it'll keep them happy.
Put the spirit in me.
You want more spirits?
Always. Oh man.
But yeah, so Halloween
that's really cool.
came not only from Scotland, but from just all of the Celtic groups from the pagan holiday of Samhain.
So what? Every time you curse, I'm gonna say so control yourself. Because now it's just gonna be a double bleep.
Avada Kedavra?
Oh! Didn't work. She wants whiskey, dude.
Oh. Accio.
Whoa, that was cool.
Accio ginger beer. Woo! I think my magic's getting stronger. Does magic work off of alcohol?
Yes. It amplifies it.
Oh. Wait, magic or the alcohol?
Both?
It's a positive feedback loop?
Yes.
Nice. Science! I mean, by this point, we're a few drinks in. So I think we should address at least, this being our second episode of just, the safety around drinking excessively, right? Like, I mean, there is no safe way to drink excessively. You should not drink excessively. So, drink responsibly, enjoy responsibly.
Yes.
I think you should drink whiskey for the pure enjoyment of the craft of whiskey, and not as a means to escape anything at all.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a
Don't
lot.
use it as a crush.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you know why you get dizzy when you drink?
I don't know, dehydration.
I didn't know either, actually, until recently. Alcohol, right, goes through your body, goes in the blood. Mm-hmm. Once ethanol gets in the blood, goes up to the brain, and that happens.
It's haunted. Holy!
Was that Baywee?
No, that goat you killed is coming back to destroy you.
True. Oh man, when alcohol gets up to the brain, it goes all over, right? But one of the places it most affects is the cerebellum, and you lose thousands, if not millions. I don't know the number; it's debatable. But you lose a ton of neurons in your cerebellum when you drink. And the more you drink, or the longer that drunken effect lasts, the more cells die. And cerebellum is key for a lot of motor processes. It's kind of like you have your midbrain, cerebrum, and you have the cerebellum, right? A lot of your information from the spinal cord goes into the midbrain, and then it starts going to different places to talk about, like, what do you want to do? Motor plans, sensory integration, all that stuff. But you would think it would just go midbrain, which rests just below, to cerebrum, like motor cortex, prefrontal, whatever. So you can decide, I want to walk, I want to balance, blah, blah, right? Yeah. But there's a lot of inter-cerebral connections that go to the cerebellum. And when those cells start dying, you start losing a lot of that feedback and not being able to, like, control or, like fully integrate all your, like, either sensory input or motor plan. Mm-hmm. And that's why you see all these drunk people, like, kind of swaying around and, like, wow. and like falling because like your balance gets messed up. It's crazy. Yeah. So that's like an acute effect of alcohol that everyone should be aware of. Like why does this happen?
So all it takes is just one bad night of drinking, and you just
every night.
Yeah. I mean, most studies that look at binge drinking, it's like 2 or 3 drinks. I think is considered binge drinking.
That's a crazy definition. We're binge drinking, I guess.
Yeah, don't binge drink. Only if you're doing a podcast for science. and for the love of whiskey.
Yes.
It's interesting you talk about that because these detrimental effects are to motor functions, whereas take it to the chronic level, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to different timing of exposure. So as far as nutrition sciences go, a lot of it is looking at key timing of introduction of whatever that agent is into the organ. For alcohol especially, this is something that can be researched from pre-pregnancy all the way through adulthood. So
what do you mean by pre-pregnancy? Like drinking while pregnant?
Yeah, well, I mean, let's say if the mother and father are alcoholics, so they are under constant effect of alcohol and its damages even before the child is conceived. So their system is already racked with multitude of various epigenetic modifications that are leading towards bad programming for the offspring. And during these developmental phases, these epigenetic modifications would affect then the motor function and the key muscular brain development of the fetus. And so that's why you have all of these cases that were looked at in like the 80s, 90s, early 2000s of the effects of alcohol on newborns.
Okay, but what I'm trying to understand, for the epigenetic, it's you have to drink while pregnant? And you say mother and father, so you're just saying at the time of conception, if you have a tendency towards alcoholism, or you are an alcoholic.
Well,
then
I mean,
that would affect
each
9 months
affects.
later?
Well, each affects differently. So the mother, at least if there are any effects of alcohol, would be direct, especially if she's already carrying.
Yeah, that one I totally understand, but that one would something be epigenetic. That's like
that is epigenetic.
Really?
Yeah,
epigenetics.
Epigenetics, any environmental factors that come in and modify the histones or any methylation, acetylation patterns on overlaying the DNA. It could modify the
fair enough.
The child's
not could
gene
it will.
expression.
Like you should not drink.
It will change the expression patterns
But
of certain key proteins that might be essential to their development or survival.
My question though is not if you drink while pregnant. It's more like what if you are an alcoholic and then you stop drinking during pregnancy, right? So that's where I'm interested. Like direct epigenetic link, fine. Like you drink and you're pregnant. Okay, that's a clear-cut answer. I already know that one. But it's more like this is an interesting case where you're talking about months beforehand, right? You might have like 10 years of abuse and you're suffering from it, but now you're getting your shit together.
I can't say for sure, just because a lot of the trials and research that came out that were looked upon. I mean, there are a few cases that looked. These are like huge meta studies that looked across, dozens, if not hundreds, of different clinical trials over these criterias, but their numbers were not enough to draw any clear conclusion. So that's the issue with a lot of clinical trials, especially those that are considered volunteer basis. For a lot of alcohol studies, it is volunteer based, or the data points aren't taken at the time that the incident happened. They're recollections. Whoever is doing the survey coming like, hey, back when you were an alcoholic, how many drinks did you have a day? And for someone to recall something, I mean, I sometimes have trouble remembering what I wore even just 2 days ago versus what I was doing 5-10 years ago if I was a drunk.
Yeah, but that's like a different, like what you wore was insignificant, but it wasn't like you had the inability to
Well, yeah, but like
Recall.
they ask a host of questions and people answer to the best of their ability. But again, the answers might be biased or skewed based upon their personal perception of themselves during that time. That's one of the biases that we have to look for in these types of studies, where the actual data point can't be taken at the time of occurrence.
Interesting.
So, but yeah, we do know that alcohol does play a detrimental effect on various chronic diseases, different types of cancers. It is bad for like you said, liver cancer. It's constant. Your liver is constantly inflamed. It has cirrhosis. It leads to liver cancer, colorectal cancers, and in some cases for women, breast cancers.
Do you think there's some adaptation? Like, the more we drink, the more efficiently the body processes, the toxin.
Ooh, that's
And so, at what point does it become like detrimental, or because it's not like a muscle, like you can just keep training a muscle and it gets stronger and stronger. At some point, I guess the organ fails, but until that point, it does get more efficient.
I wouldn't say it's more efficient. The liver actually it just takes more of it to get the effect of
because it's
drunkenness.
processing it, right?
No.
Oh.
Your liver processes basically like an ounce of alcohol an hour or something like that. I don't know the actual number. If anything, the more you drink, I would say the less efficiently your liver processes, because more and more of it gets damaged. More of it results in scar tissue, so therefore you have less of it actively working at a time.
And there's more in the blood, I guess, because of that.
So the only thing that people who think that they are strong drinkers is just that they're just used to this state of mind or this state of imbalance from, you say, the cerebellum, right? So that the effect of alcohol, their brain has learned to adapt to that kind of swaying motion, or I don't know, but like they've learned to control themselves a little better during it. But their liver is going through hell regardless.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
So we don't recommend binge drinking or over drinking in any way. Know your own limits. If you don't know your limits, ask your closest friends and family and loved ones. They'll tell you when your limit is.
So glad I've had my friends with me over the years.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
One very important PSA, don't drink and drive. That's an easy one, but people don't get that. Like, just call an Uber.
Yeah.
Seriously. Or Lyft, or Via, or I don't care.
Or as we say from the last podcast to this podcast, get yourself a Euro. He'll drive you everywhere.
Oh, I wanted to mention one more thing, because you talked about state of minds.
Yeah.
I thought this is really cool. And this is like theoretical, so it's hard to iron this out. We like drinking. We like the taste, we appreciate the spirit, and it's a conscious decision to pour yourself a glass of whiskey, smell it, taste it, enjoy it, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's how it starts for a lot of people, whether you like whiskey or vodka or tequila or whatever, right? What we warned in the beginning, like, don't use it as a crutch, right? Because there's this interesting phenomenon that happens in the brain where in the beginning it's a conscious decision, and there's a circuit that plays. When you see alcohol, pour alcohol, enjoy alcohol, get a shot of dopamine or whatever, you enjoy it. And then if you start abusing it, right, you feel like you need it. Or if you start raising that tolerance.
Like any mind or
any addiction, yes.
Any mind-altering drug.
Oh,
right?
yeah, absolutely.
So alcohol is a drug, right?
Yes.
Coffee's a drug, alcohol's a drug, marijuana, and all of those. And so, well, marijuana's a bad one for this example because it's not addictive. It's not addictive.
Yeah,
sure.
But for sure, it's psychologically addictive or whatever, but not chemically addictive. And what does it mean for something to be chemically addictive? What does it mean to alter the state of the brain? So this circuit,
craving, right?
Yeah.
It comes back to a craving.
But it's a craving that, and this is like something kind of like on the forefront of addiction research that I'm really interested in, though I don't do any research in it. If it's a conscious decision, like it's something that you can control and you act upon, like you went to buy this bottle today, and now you're choosing to drink, but you can easily choose not to drink. So it's all still going through the frontal cortex. Like there's this loop that still is within a modification, right? But these habits, right? If you drink every day, it becomes a habit, but it's still within control. Fine. You may be addicted, but you're not like addicted past the point of no return. Yeah. At some point, when you become fully addicted, right? Yeah. That circuit that we're talking about, leaves the part of the brain. This is positive, so take it as you will. But it leaves the part that has that conscious decision in it. So the circuit's still there. The motor movements, the decisions, the pleasure, all of that's still playing. But now the part that's missing is the part that you can physically say, I don't want to do this anymore. And that's when it becomes like a bad habit or an addiction. Addiction is like an extreme case of a bad habit. So you're doing these without thinking about it anymore. It's not conscious anymore. And those are really hard to break now because you can't pinpoint at what point did you decide to do this. Mm-hmm. Your brain's just like following that circuit. Like some neurons are still firing in a specific way outside of the part that's controlling it now, which is the frontal cortex. And I think that's like a major part of how do you get to those circuits wherever they migrate elsewhere in the brain, and how do you break them? Because then you can break addiction, break habits, bad habits. Yeah.
What if you can do the opposite of that? Like
make people super addicted?
Create an addiction, but to something positive for them. Like, what if you can become addicted to working out?
I think the most successful people, perhaps in the world, are like extreme examples of that. Yeah.
Or like that runner's high. Like people get addicted to that runner's high. Yeah. Like Carl. Like when he hit it during
doesn't even feel
what did you like this past month? You just did a half marathon, right?
Yeah.
At some point, you guys were together, and Carl hit that runner's high, and then he was gone.
Took off.
And then you sprained an ankle.
I tried to catch up to him. Big mistake. He was greased lightning.
Congratulations on finishing your first half marathon.
Thank you.
That's a great achievement. I'm never going to join you.
Thank you very much.
Longest run I ever did, 10K. Was the Monument 10K in Richmond, Virginia.
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah. That's a pretty run.
Yeah, it is a very pretty run. I was going through like my hipster phase at this time, having to try the newest thing. I bought those like stupid
the toe shoes.
Not stupid. Like it has its applications. Like it's good for like if you go canoeing or kayaking or whatever. But you shouldn't run 10 kilometers in a shoe with absolutely no support whatsoever on freaking pavement.
Was it bad?
I had this huge blister. It was probably like the size of like $50 on the bottom of my foot, like just right on the bottom. And I couldn't walk properly on it for a while. I walked into lab one day. So this is the time I was working in Steve Grant's lab. And like I walked into the lab and he was like, "You alright?" I'm like, yeah, I just ran to take it. He was like, "Yeah, you're walking like me now." And he's like 60 something. And I was like, "Thanks, Dr. Grant. Yeah, I'll be fine." He was like, "Buckle up, you're only 20.
So actually, no, I've read conflicting things about this. So you had the minimal amount of support. I guess that's bad from your experience. But too much of a sole is also just as bad for your joints.
Sure.
So that's why Nike has like their free line, which is like as minimal as possible because
I think with proper training, and it's from looking at studies of, long distance runners over the course of like human evolution, right? Like most of them who are exceptional runners come from areas where they don't even have proper shoes or just they don't even wear shoes, and they can run for miles.
They can run a marathon in under 2 hours.
Oh yeah. So on the same weekend that you ran your half marathon in, what was your time? Like 2 hours
38 minutes.
Yeah. So a runner finished it in under 2 hours, a full marathon.
Yeah.
You see the breakdown of his times? Each one was like
4:36 something? Yeah. Dude.
4-minute miles.
Wow. Even if I had to run half a mile, I wouldn't be able to do it in that amount of time. It's impossible.
Yeah. No, the
inhuman.
That man is an absolute superhuman.
That was amazing to watch. Yeah.
I watched all the clips of him just running. I was just like, I can't look away. It's just amazing.
And he had a group of pacemakers, like they're all running at that same pace. I don't know how they rotate. I still don't understand that whole concept of pacemaking, but like I didn't read into it. But yeah, you break the wind for the guy.
Yeah.
As long as possible, I guess, and then you rotate out. I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Crazy.
But
wow. Goals. Not really though.
No, not really. Remember you said you were like, oh yeah, like I can run in front of you next time that you run your marathon
You could
or
be
half.
my pacemaker.
No.
In May.
I would just destroy your pace because I just wouldn't run, and I would just completely block your path.
So if the time is infinite, isn't it not also mean the time is 0?
No, it just means you failed because in a marathon they have that
Yeah.
that little cab or that like golf cart in the back that just picks up the stragglers when you fall behind a certain time. I would just turn.
You could be the golf cart driver.
Start
chasing me, and then that's a pacemaker from behind. Like, I'm gonna get you, and I'm like, no, get away from me.
Except I'll be on the golf cart and I'll have this wand. I'm just gonna poke you from behind, like, hey, you want to get on the golf cart?
That may or may not be effective, but if you have a whiskey bottle in the golf cart, I might quit the race.
No, because you can't drink and drive.
Oh! Full circle. What the F?
WTF! Get it right. I have a little fun game. Doesn't have to be a drinking game, but
Can we make it a drinking game?
well, we just went through saying that you shouldn't excessively drink.
People are responsible adults. I cannot
guys,
control them, but I can control myself.
control yourselves.
All right, we're
People.
playing this game with the punishment whiskey.
No, we're not.
Come on.
No,
Come
no.
on. Come on.
No.
Come on. Come on. What's the game?
Ready? Accio candy. We got Birdie Bot's every flavored beans.
Oh no.
Harry Potter theme.
I'm not prepared for this.
So
Aren't some of these like vomit flavored?
I don't know. They got a lot of flavors. I mean, it's every flavor of beans.
All right, I hope you get the vomit one.
What did Dumbledore get at the end of the Harry Potter movie? It was like
Booker.
earwax.
Oh.
Earwax. You don't like my impression of Albus Dumbledore?
That was perfect.
Avada
Stop trying to kill me. What is the animal that spells bounce off of in the Harry Potter universe?
The what?
Like, oh, I'm a dragon. You can keep, spouting your spells at me, but they just bounce off this Hungarian hornet.
Horntail? Hornet. Hungarian hornet. I really wish that was somebody. Can somebody draw me up?
What was the one that he fought? That was the Hungarian one, right?
Horntail.
Yeah. The hornet.
Someone draw me up. Somebody draw me a Hungarian hornet, please. Kevin? John? What are you guys? Anyways.
You're birdie bots. That's who you are.
So I'm going to give you a random bean.
Okay.
And you have to guess the flavor.
Okay. Wait, do you actually know that? Is there a key?
There's a key on the side.
Oh.
So I'm going to find it.
Is there a terrible key? Are there bad ones? Stop cheating.
No, I'm going to give it to you.
Oh.
You taste it.
Oh, you're not playing this game?
No. I am playing this game too. We'll just do it one at a time.
You already looked at the key.
Okay, well, I didn't read it yet.
Okay, good.
Anyways, so I'll give you a bean, and you have to tell me what flavor this is.
I'm ready. This one is marble.
Okay.
Oh. Oh no! It's salt and pepper.
You're right. It's black pepper.
Oh.
All right.
You're
give
lucky.
it to me.
It's good.
Give it to me. See, here's the thing. So you look at the bean. You decide. You look at all the flavors. I'm not even gonna look at the color. I'm just gonna pop it in my mouth.
All right.
It's some kind of like vegetable or something.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah.
Wow, this is fancy quality.
It's the real thing.
Yeah, this is wow. You have to guess.
Broccoli or something.
No, you have one more guess.
Spinach.
Nope. Okay, one more guess. It's not a vegetable.
Grass.
You're getting closer, I guess.
Seaweed.
Yeah, farther away.
Okay, I give up.
Earthworm.
What?
Yeah. I'm not you. I just chose the first one that came out, but that was a goofy flavor. How did it taste? I'm curious.
I immediately thought of broccoli.
Yeah, that's what I was like, maybe you have a weird taste.
Pop it in.
Oh! Why are you doing this to me? Ooh, I know this flavor. Ooh, barbecue. Ooh, it's getting better. Thought it was broccoli in the beginning. He biased me.
Yeah, and then you got earthworm too.
Oh, really? That was
Why?
quite delicious.
Yeah.
It's kind of good. I want some earthworms now.
Was that the right color? It was like pinkish, little mottled.
Oh, it just
brown,
smells like
little hot.
jalapeno right now. It just smells like jalapeno.
Oh, it smells like jalapenos.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wow, you have a full goblet.
Goblet
Alright.
of fire.
It's just me then. You're just me.
You know what I want to try from the Harry Potter universe?
Fire
Griffin?
whiskey. Oh.
What? You say Griffin? What? Steaks?
Yeah. I'm trying to eat buckbeak.
He's a hippogriff, not a griffin.
Oh, is the griffin? Wait, what is the thing in the maze that asks the riddles? That's a griffin?
Sphinx.
Oh, so griffin
eat a
is nothing.
sphinx?
No, you can't eat that. They probably don't even taste like anything. They're some like exotic spirit animal. No, I want.
Isn't griffin just a lion head with an eagle's wings?
That's what I thought. What buckbeak was.
No, but he has an eagle's head
Oh.
with a lion's body.
Oh, it's the opposite.
Yeah.
Hippogriff.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted.
I don't know where the hippo part comes from.
Yeah, there's nothing
There's no
hippopotamus about it. Maybe they're
He's
fat.
big.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, you want to continue this?
Yeah, my turn for you. Quick.
Bubblegum.
Nope.
Bubblegum? Cotton candy?
No, it's dirt.
No, that was not dirt.
Dude, it was brown.
No. What?
All the ones you're saying are not the color that you ate, so.
I think you should look down at the brown ones in your hand still.
Oh!
Drink! Now that's punishment. Pretty sure I had bubblegum. Is it a bubblegum flavor? Cotton candy?
Hold on. I know which one you ate. Tutti Frutti.
Oh, okay. Alright, give me the dirt.
Yeah.
Wait, you should.
No, just eat it. I accidentally grabbed two for you. How does that one taste?
My whole extended family lived in one house. I've eaten dirt before because my cousins kind of taste like dirt.
Your cousins kind of taste like dirt.
No.
Did you eat a cousin?
No.
What?
No. because of the games we played and like we wrestled a lot or whatever, I've found myself face down in dirt before.
Oh.
I don't know what dirt tastes like.
Oh, yeah.
Tastes like dirt.
Okay.
That's pretty accurate. Like it's sweet at the end because at least the center of this is sweet. Ready for this?
My body's ready.
Oh, you got lucky. I'm gonna give you two as well.
Lemon, orange, citrus, coriander. That was delicious. Keep those coming.
Okay. Here you go.
Wait. I gotta wash this one away.
You also have water. That's a good way to refresh your palate.
Oh, he didn't call buffalo. Thank God. I waited for it. Alright, ready?
I didn't want to in this. Also, I didn't catch
Ooh.
it.
Ooh. Oh yeah, this is like cotton candy. This is like carnival.
You want random flavor or exciting?
Give her a random one. Okay,
No.
just playing the game. Chili, play the game.
I'm not. I don't want egg.
Is that one bad?
Yes.
You guess. Guess. Mine was delicious. Heavenly.
Banana.
Oh, it was banana.
Banana is a great flavor.
Wow.
I made banana pancakes with Tina last week.
Nice. How do you mix it in the batter?
It just mashed
Banana
it with a
milk?
blender. Blander.
Bland. Blander, get over here.
What's that supposed to be?
I have no idea. I couldn't find the color.
What do you think it is? You tell us.
Might have been cherry.
No.
Nah, she hates it though.
Cherry or cinnamon?
Cinnamon is very distinctive.
Okay, the only other one is vomit.
Oh no! Why would you give her vomit? She wanted a tasty one.
It was just pure orange.
That wasn't bad as the sour milk, but
That was bad.
yeah.
Pretty
Chase
bad.
it with whiskey.
Chase it with whiskey.
There's only one way, you know.
Okay, there we go.
You know what? This tastes like barbecue.
It's because it's sausage. Alright, just don't look at the color. I think you gave me the same one.
Yeah, it looks. Yeah, hold on.
Where's my palate?
Chase it with whiskey.
No, I mean that one was actually delicious.
Yeah, that one tastes kind of nice. Once you get over the confusion, you get it wrong, you get another one.
Green apple.
Yeah.
This is Ron's favorite.
What the?
If you watched the first Harry Potter movie, you know Ron's.
Booger.
It is booger. But you got it right. Congratulations. It's a bogey flavored one. How's your British accent?
It's so salty. Harry. I'm done. Oh, it's still there. What do you mean?
Are you serious? This is like so. This is rotten eggs.
I thought it was lemon, but it's
Yeah.
rotten egg.
That's what I had last time as well.
That one looks like it tastes delicious.
Oh. Like, you ever been to like a hot spring, or like a volcanic?
Yeah, in
area?
Iceland. Yeah.
Smells.
It's the worst.
Whatever that
it's
smells
pretty,
like.
but it's like gross.
Tastes like that.
Oh no.
I was actually in Japan, and we went to like a hot spring onsen. Stayed there for like an entire night, and when I got into the hot spring, I didn't quite realize how hot. Also, when you go to Japan, you just go in completely nude. Like,
I'm down with that.
yeah. So you get in, and it was so hot, I like shrieked a little bit, lost my footing, and went in face first. So I tasted that water. It tasted like eggs.
Wow. You fell into a hot spring? That's dangerous.
No, I mean it wasn't like a gruelingly hot spring.
Okay.
And like, you kind of like temper yourself because you gotta wash yourself first when you go to the sunset. So I washed with like fairly warm to borderline hot water. So we got in, but like it's very smooth at the bottom. The one we went to. So like I slipped there and I went in, like almost screamed, but like mouth open went in.
Woo!
I didn't tell Tina this, but I taste.
Oh man.
All right.
Dude, in Iceland, we hiked up to the hot spring, the cave where they had the sex scene in Game of Thrones with Jon Snow and the redhead girl.
Ygritte.
That cave, yeah.
Yeah, and so I wanted to go in the water, right? There's a sign that says this sometimes, depending on the time of year, gets too hot and you can actually die. Like, it's not a tourist hot spring. It's like
Yeah, just get the Finnish.
just a
people.
natural one. Yeah.
Just get the Finnish people in there. I feel like they don't feel heat.
I wanted to go. Euro was like, no. And we didn't. But, like, yeah, you know. Because it's dark, too, so.
You
can
know those
die.
Finnish saunas? Sometimes they're too hot.
Oh, yeah.
Like when you can't wear jewelry in because you risk burning yourselves.
I can't take my necklace off, though.
You were gonna scar yourself in that sauna.
That was rough. And this one tastes like lemon.
Lemon.
Coriander?
No. What?
Pineapple?
What are you going with? You're so wrong.
You're wrong.
Alright, well, you got a second one because you're
God
wrong.
damn it.
It was cherry.
Oh, I hate cherry. Yes, please give me another terrible. If you give me rotten egg, I'm gonna kick.
Whoa! Another one from the first Harry Potter film.
This one?
Yeah. That's a tip for you.
Is this earwax?
Yep.
Oh man.
Alas.
I wonder if it really
Earwax.
tastes. What does earwax taste like? I've never actually tasted the real thing.
Well, you got some. You can find out for right now. Maybe don't do it on camera. That's gonna gross people out.
Ew.
Oh!
But you got it right. So, my turn, I guess.
Mm.
What'd you get? Grass?
You
Yeah.
chose it for yourself.
I thought no, I got apple and green apple and just.
I love how the colors, they're tricky though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
It's not
ooh, I
easy.
can't wait for my favorite fruit.
Yeah.
Ew.
A couple years back, Tina and I went to the actual Warner Brothers studios where they filmed the Harry Potter films.
Nice.
And the tour's amazing. It was great. Geeked out for hours. Like, we literally got on the very last bus back to London.
Yeah, you're a huge fan, right?
And on the bus, when we got on there, this girl had excitedly bought the mega-sized box of Birdie Bott's every flavored beans.
Oh.
And she and her friend were super excited about it, and then the bus hit a bump in the road, and she dropped the box, and it all exploded out. That box was like 50 British pounds or something, like 30.
I think it
No,
was 40.
yeah, 40 British pounds.
And during that time, the pound was
right.
higher
Eat
than
it.
American.
Oh, it's already in my hand. Give me black pepper.
Damn it. Not on purpose. Here, I don't know what this one is.
I got it right. I don't have to go again.
Yeah, you do.
Black pepper's good.
It was good.
Yeah, you
You
both
intentionally
weird.
chose that one, didn't you?
You both are weird. I like it on anything. Ooh, this one might be really delicious. Alright, try it.
Hold on.
I'm holding on.
Oh yeah, I felt so bad for that girl.
How do you drop all the jelly beans? If that's big, if it is
No.
that big, you just...
She dropped the box.
She was opening it and it spilled.
Oh.
And like
The
it hit a
entire
jolt,
thing.
and the box flew out of her hand. It hit the ground, and it just exploded outwards. It was like a cascade of rainbows,
Oh,
bogey and
man.
earwax flavors everywhere.
Oh, galore.
And then you hear people on the bus like,
Yeah, like everyone took a collective gasp because
Did she cry? I would cry.
I don't know if she cried,
sad.
but she was like real. She was like the last 45 minutes of the tour. They basically leave you in the gift shop for an hour.
Okay.
So everyone pretty much has memorized every price of every object
Yeah.
in that store. Everything's expensive.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like the actual studio tour. And so we all know roughly how much that box was. And we're all just like, holy crap.
I want to try candy floss, but I don't think there's any pink ones in there. Oh shit!
There's a pink one.
Nice.
Might be. We never got a soap one. Soap is
I tried
awful.
giving you a soap. You said it was black pepper.
No, it was black pepper.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It was the closest I could
Yeah.
get to soap.
All we got left is earthworm, 3 boogers, and 2 earwax. No,
I say-
2 boogers and 3 earwax.
I say we do them.
Alright, each person has to eat 1 earwax.
Done. Tina, that includes you.
You're in this. Ready?
I'm
3,
ready.
2, 1.
Hunty!
Bogeys!
Oh! Happy
Oh.
Halloween!
Happy Halloween!
Oh no, it's getting worse!
I'm okay.
Earwax is terrible.
Oh, it's so gross! Ah!
I'm
Oh
okay.
no, I think you gave me rotten eggs. Are you sure? Because this tastes way worse than the earwax I had earlier.
Okay, it might be raw eggs.
Oh, this is so
I think
bad.
Tina got the actual earwax.
Yeah, I'm okay. The rotten eggs is the worst one, or the
Alright,
sour
It's in
milk,
my
whatever.
nose.
Alright, blind pick. You either get earthworms or booger.
Give it to me.
No, you have to pick. So,
Where am I picking from?
yeah, just
Oh.
Tina,
Huh?
blind pick.
I don't want to.
Blind pick.
Damn!
Oh.
I'm okay with earthworms. I think I'll happily eat earthworms.
I don't know what I'm eating. Maybe it is earthworm. Did you get earthworm?
No, you got bogey.
Man, these are all nasty.
Alright, go.
This is punishment.
Hey, in place of the punishment whiskey. Because this is not a punishment whiskey.
No. This one's like pretty good.
Alright. So, the only thing we got left. Shots.
Let's do it. Alright, it's time for shots.
Time for shots. Hold on.
Alright. It's time for the end of our scale because the wizard next to me refuses to take a punishment shot this episode.
Protego.
I don't even know what that means.
It's a shield charm.
That doesn't work on me.
It doesn't work on you, it works on me.
Yeah, it doesn't work in period.
No, I'm just protecting myself from pickle juice.
Oh, fair enough. So, we're taking shots, but I've decided that I don't want to take this shot neat. I'm going to take it with pickle juice. Traditionally called pickleback. It's one of the OG. It's not a cocktail per se, but it's a very traditional kind of like combination drink that you can order at a bar.
Yeah, but
And it's always with whiskey. People don't pickleback with other alcohol.
good for you.
Yeah. So, we got the pickle juice. Pickle Rick. We have the whiskey. Happy Halloween.
Happy Samhain.
Sour.
I don't mind.
Wow, that was delicious. I could pick it back all day. Are you kidding me? What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I just don't really like drinking brine.
So, with a reasonable whiskey, doesn't make sense. But if we get a bottom shelf punishment whiskey, and you pickleback it, it will still be fantastic. That's my hypothesis.
Okay. Again, if somebody suggests to us an absolutely horrendous whiskey, we may get it for future episodes.
We need comments and feedback to improve.
Yep. So, same wrap up as last time. You got a joke for me?
All right, you ready for this?
Yep.
So this is something I've been thinking about last week, and you know Star Wars, right? Super popular.
Mm-hmm. Star Trek guy, so okay.
I mean that's fine, but you've seen Star Wars, right?
Yep.
Why did episodes 4, 5, 6 come before 1, 2, and 3?
I don't know why.
In charge of production, Yoda was.
Okay, that was good.
I blinked for a second because it's backwards.
Alright, I got a funny story for you too. So,
Oh man.
we went to see this Mexican magician perform. And during his closing act, he was like, "Ladies and gentlemen, I'm on the count of 3, I am going to disappear." And he starts counting. 1, 2, he disappears without a trace.
Oh man, that was so good. Oh.
Alright, cheers to that. Happy Samhain.
So what? Coming into the end of the segment,
Yep.
we drank Glenrothes today for Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Let's toast the ghost.
Alright. So, to the ghost.
To the ghost. I think now, as we compare this to the previous whiskeys we've tried, the only fair way to discern a ranking would be to try them all
Try all 3 whiskeys.
right now.
Back to back?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's
But what,
do it.
in their best iteration? Or,
Yes.
okay. You know there's going to be a problem when we get to like 50 whiskeys.
I know, but for right now,
Okay.
we're setting a precedent. That's going to be amazing later.
Okay.
Oh god.
To the ghost!
Trying all 3 whiskeys?
Yes.
Alright, per your suggestion. First one. Glenrothes.
Bourbon Cask Reserve. Heaven in a bottle. Are you ready?
Okay.
When I even open this, it's like angels come out of the bottle.
And the angels share.
Oh. Take a whiff. There's just no competition, man. This is unfair. Look at the way it comes out.
Yeah.
This one is...
I see it came out a lot because that bottle's almost empty.
Indeed. We partake in the best.
Alright. And a combination of the various casks that Lafroig has to combine into the best. Lafroig Select. The very best from the previous month is Lafroig. So let's try that first.
After you.
Alright, thank you. Mmm. God.
Oh.
It's just so intense after the cocktail that we had for this last one.
Oh, man.
Current number 2. Start with you.
I love that one as well. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
And this month's contender, Glenrothes Bourbon Cask
To the
Reserve.
Ghost.
To the Ghost.
Wow. I'll be honest. After drinking it, following these, it tastes fantastic. It's like a after effect
Of those
of
two?
what I love. What do you think?
Yeah.
Don't you think? It doesn't
Yeah,
taste the same.
I think it takes away some of that ethanol forwardness of like I don't know how long this is aged for, but it could take another year or two.
I don't think it has an age statement.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the thing. This is still part of that whole reserve vintage era.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So moving forward, I think they have a 10, a 12, 15, 18, 20.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They had the 18 available somewhere, but just wasn't available in our area.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the downside of, living where we are.
Yeah.
And we couldn't get the 13-year Halloween edition because that wasn't even available in the U.S.
Yeah. We tried.
No, I messaged the distillery directly, and they responded. They were like, well, "We're not shipping to the U.S." So definitely the weakest of the three. So,
But it's a good cohort to be a part of. So even though you're third and last place, that's fine.
yeah.
Yeah, it's still
Here's the thing. It is
yeah.
about $10 cheaper than the Lafroig Select, and half the price of Lagavulin 16.
Yeah.
So you kind of get what you're paying for.
Yeah.
But as far as like whiskeys under $50,
Solid.
yeah, like this is a good
Definitely.
whiskey to have on the shelf to make excellent cocktails, mules with.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's our assessment. This is perfect in a cocktail. Agreed?
Agreed.
Agreed. Okay. And with that, that's the end of our episode. So we're gonna cheers with the other two.
Can we drink for a
And to
second?
you guys.
Cheers to you, real quick.
Cheers to you.
You're amazing. Hit me with it.
So that's the end of our episode. Until next month,
To the ghost.
to you guys,
Na zdrave! You can't put a board up and expect me not to touch you behind it.
I'm gonna grab your flub next time behind it.
You can have a lot to grab.
You know those bits at the end where I have the outtakes from our thing? Like with just a whiskey bottle up, like it's just like running commentary. Yeah.
I love that.
This one's going on. That's this one. This is the outro right here.
Oh man.